Welcome to our debut podcast called Talk with Shakara, and today I'm here with Mr. Michael.
Lekwachi, it's nice to meet you. Nice to be on here.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Michael Lekwachi. Today we'll be talking about tech journeys. So recently I've been going through my social media feeds, and one of the popular feeds that pop up on my FYP talks about people's tech journeys, tech career. Maybe it's because of what I like. I think that's how the algorithm works, right?
That's how it works.
So and a lot of content about tech journeys, and a lot of them I found very interesting. A lot of them talked about how they got into tech, most of the things that made them want to even quit, because there's know-how. You must have had that moment where you got fed up and was like, where do I go from here?
Exactly.
You must have been stuck somewhere at the point. So there was a lot of talk about how the journey went, the ups, the downs, and it was very interesting, very intriguing. And most of them I could relate to because I also have my own journey I went through.
I think we all.
But today we'll be talking about yours.
Okay.
So I want you to give us a little gist about how your tech journey was.
Okay. So my tech journey was also full of ups and downs, mostly ups by the grace of God. But it really started in secondary school when we were supposed to move from GS3 to senior secondary school. So we have to go to either science, commercial, or arts classes, right? And so all my friends were going to the science class, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pull the bandwagon. I'm going to just like gum myself to them. Okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to follow here. I don't care. I'm just going to like join my friends. Yeah. And so it got, the funny thing about that is that normally it would have been okay, but then the principal had to call me in and she was like, hey, I know you want to do science, but can you really do science? Like, you're bad at maths, you're bad at basic science, you're bad at basic tech. Like, why are you going to science? I was like, oh, I don't know why I'm going to science. I just know I have to go to science. And then I talked about my parents and everything. And like, you know what, just let the boy go to science. So when in science class, I was failing maths. I was failing further maths. Like, why would someone do further maths after doing maths? I didn't get that.
Like, for real, I don't understand that topic. What's the further in the maths, bro?
Right? So,
anyways,
failing maths, further maths, basic tech. I said basic tech. I mean the drawing thing, technical drawing. See, that's how bad I am.
That's the topic I like.
Really?
The technical drawing, but the maths, I'm not a number person, so I'm not really good with maths.
So for me, I was failing in sciences, but then getting into tech was more of like, I saw these people with careers, right? I saw like people who were saying, okay, fine, you can get a laptop, you just run some code, you type on your laptop all day, and then someone is paying you $350,000, someone is paying you $500,000, like you're just typing on your laptop all day. I was like, hey, I wanted this for myself. So even though I was in science class and I was failing and I wanted to quit, I was like, you know what, this lifestyle can exist in science classes, because I was like, okay, fine. From secondary school, computer science, I was taught computer science, obviously. And then I would just be typing all day. That was the dream I had. I was like, okay, fine, computer science, definitely. Once I come to science, I'll just be typing all day. I would have been practicing all of these things. So only for me to get into uni and find out that, oh, there's no computer science.
Not the way you saw it on
exactly,
the
right?
internet.
It's not. So computer science in uni was math. And this was just like a horrific moment for me. I was like, how do I comprehend? How do I explain to someone that I ran away from maths and I landed in computer science where all my topics are just basically maths and everything? But the thing about programming or tech engineering is that even though you're bad in maths, kind of, with the resources that are available online on YouTube, you can still make a good career out of it. You can still get a career for yourself in that. So I started going online. I went to a school. The school was just like easy computer programming. We did like, okay, area of the circle. I was like, fine, this is kind of math I like. And if I only need to calculate area of the circle on my laptop, well done.
And you know, one of the things that I've actually heard about programming that I feel like a lot of people shouldn't really listen to is some people will tell you that you need to know maths for you to go into programming. I'm telling you that if they tell me to do 4 times table, I will not get it till 12.
That is the crazy thing.
Like, we have the internet that helps us with these things.
Exactly.
Right? So because you don't know how to do maths, you are not a guru at maths, doesn't mean you can't go into programming, right?
Yes, actually.
There are different areas in the programming space that you can focus on that can match with what you can do,
exactly,
or what you have up there.
Yes.
Right? It doesn't mean you have to know everything in maths for you to go into programming. That's one of the things that a lot of people should listen to.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
I'll say in programming, like, maths is not, I would say it's not the barrier to entry. It shouldn't be the barrier to entry.
Very true.
Most people, the time you get good at maths for programming is after you practice it. You start hearing about different algorithms to implement here and all of those things. So I think that's where maths is actually useful. But as a barrier to entry, saying, oh, you don't know maths, you're not so good at multiplication, don't enter here, this is not your course. I think that is a very wrong assumption, and maybe a lot of people are being like this. I was like, just
maths.
exactly.
Let me go somewhere else. This is not my thing.
They go somewhere else because they think that, oh, maths is not their thing, so computer science cannot be their thing. If you are someone that is saying, oh, I want to code, go for it. That's what I'll say. Go for it. Doesn't matter if you know maths. Doesn't matter if you're good at HTML or whatever. Just go for it.
There's another thing I also do when I'm programming. The way I actually perceive coding or programming in general is like conversing. Right. So literally, what your computer does when you're coding is your code is conversing with your computer. Then your computer is conversing back to you. Right. So I feel like the whole programming thing or coding is basically like a conversation between you and your computer, who has a massive knowledge of everything that you need to do, right? So you just need to understand the right words to exactly. So you just need to understand the right words to put together in a code for your computer to understand. So then your computer then programs everything with his own knowledge, then gives you back the response. So how do you? I
wish I thought about programming the same way you did. Maybe like life would have been easier for me.
Exactly.
Because me programming, it was like when I started to get serious with CS15, it became a war kind of. So it was good at first, but then at some point I just had all these stuff that's so difficult and everything, and then the online community there's always there to help you. But I'm the kind of person that is more motivated by people around me. And so I'm in my home.
Small circle.
So I'm in my home. My dad doesn't know what I'm doing. My mom thinks the computer is magic. My brother is not interested in anything science related. Like if he has science in it, he's uninterested. And so I had to get that motivation really. So it wasn't until I started like ALX, and then I went for their program. I did the ALX program, but I went for they had the co-working space then. So it was not like when I was not in the midst of all of these people that program started to like stick. And even before this time, like I've been coding and building some projects, but I never considered myself as I'm a engineer, I'm a computer. No, it was until ALX where I started meeting people who be like, oh, Michael, how do you solve this program? I'm like, you're asking me for help?
I'm trying to figure out my way right now.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, I had to buckle up. I had people with me. I had people I could talk to. It was very easy. The environment really just like made it
I think that's one of the things that a lot of people do need when they are actually going into tech. That particular community or that group. You know, when you're learning something, right? Okay, let's say you're learning a programming language, right? And you don't have that person that can keep motivating you to learn new things. Let me tell you something. One of the reasons why I went to teaching programming courses was to improve my knowledge, right? So when I actually started teaching, I only, like, my knowledge was very limited, right? So I was only limited to what I was taught. Do you get? So now, but when you're teaching someone,
you have to
you have to research more, because they are asking you questions and you cannot flop because you are the teacher. Do you get? You're the teacher. They cannot ask you a question and be like, they will look at you like, what's this person doing? Like, you're supposed to be teaching us. But there's one thing that I always tell my students, right? I am also a human being just like you.
You're also
just learning. The way you are learning, I am also learning new things. Right? because you found out that because you had the knowledge that is it possible to do this particular thing in this code, doesn't mean I would have thought of it on my own. So the fact that you brought it up brings up a new research or a new knowledge, right? Just the way I'm teaching you what I know, you are also helping me learn new things that I can teach you.
Exactly.
You get?
That's the beautiful thing, like when you have a community backing you, whether it's a teacher, a mentor, or just like a group of people are like, hey, let's also make an app and we'll figure it out on the way. So just having that group feeling is the best thing that can happen. So for me, my methodology to coding, it's more of it's either like a science or an art. It's kind of both. I don't feel like I'm talking to the computer. I feel like I'm commanding it. It's like it's like mini god. You get I'm like, hey system, do this thing for me. I want this thing to be done forever for me, as long as you are alive. Keep on sleeping out on this thing. So it's like,
exactly.
So I'm not like,
doesn't go away.
The system is not like exactly my friend. It's more of my stubborn walker. My stubborn follower. So after ALX, I was like, okay, finally I am a developer, I am a engineer, I made this thing. Because ALX task that difficult. Graduating from ALX it's hard. So I was like, you know what, I can be a developer, I can work anywhere, bring on the 500k jobs, bring on the $1 million jobs, I'm ready for it. And so I was still getting like entry level positions. I was like, hey, but I know this thing, why can't I was like, yeah, you know it, was like,
yeah, the experience.
I don't have the experience, right? Yeah. And I think that is a problem with Nigeria, or like how Nigeria hires developers in particular. Like, experience in coding for like 3 years shouldn't be the reason why you get someone on your team. You should be like, okay, fine, what can this person do? Has this person like shown you knowledge, adequate knowledge?
If you can actually do that.
If you can actually do a task for you. So I think most things, it depends on execution. Can this person execute on this thing?
Yeah.
That's all you really need. Even for like senior roles, I believe a senior role should be like someone that can execute on something. So I remember, my first real payout, or should I say my first payout, I had a project, a friend, it was like a Netflix clone basically.
A personal project?
No, not personal, but like collaborative in a way.
Oh, okay.
Basically a Netflix clone.
Okay.
And then it made me realize the importance of connections, really. So what happened is that I had this friend who had just become like a CTO of this new tech company. It's a new company that knew that creating products. I said, okay, can I work here? He says, sure. He onboards me. There was no real HR was not there for you, so I just like entered in. And then after a while, the boss, he tells me, because he has access to like the boss directly, he says, oh, they want to create an app that has a span. So do I know anyone who has created it? And all that. I'm like,
you're looking at him.
Like I have this application, and then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, can you just sell it to us? Can you sell the application to us? And then they have, because they already had their own devs. I was basically an entry level staff there. Okay. But they had their own devs and just wanted the application, and the devs would rework it. I was like, sell. Yes, I can sell to you.
I didn't even have it in mind to sell
so
before,
he contacted me with the boss, and then they had the whole conversation with their DevOps and all of their engineers. So it was me and my friend, someone that's worked on like the front end of the application, and then we had this conversation, and the next thing we sold the app, and I was like, I just made money from selling the app. And that was like, okay, fine, this is not even like 6 figures, this was like 7 figures, the application. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like, I was surprised.
Your first cash out.
My first cash out.
Okay.
7 figures, an app that was made a lifetime ago.
Years ago.
And it was just like, okay, finding the right people, getting the right people, getting the right know-how, and selling this thing. So I was like, you know what, I have to continue this tech line. Yeah. Maybe if not as like highest roles or the best positions, but in networks they can be valuable, really.
Yes, and that's connection, what people miss. Very important.
Exactly.
So even if you're very good at whatever you do, if you don't have that connection, if you like do 100 projects they will just sit in your repository doing nothing.
Exactly.
Without
And,
that connection, you're just, I don't even.
the thing
you
is
just
that
waste your time.
it is actually very horrible just to see all your projects lying are wasting kids.
Exactly.
It kind of makes you depressed. Like, oh, are you real? Are you not real? Like, gives you this like imposter syndrome, really. And
and one of the interesting thing is, if you have all this project and there's no one to even gauge if that project is even
good.
worth selling, or if how good that thing is, it's just there. There's no one checking it, no one viewing it. So
it's like, why?
It's very disappointing.
I get,
it can be time wasting and everything.
And I think that there's a way like people who have expectations of you as you grow older, like your family, all of a sudden they're like, hey, you've been coding for 9 years, 7 years.
Results.
You've been coding, like, what's going on? And if this coding thing is not working, go and do something else. And the thing is that even I, to be honest, it's like I struggle with that sometimes. Should I still stay in this coding? Should I go somewhere else? But I'm like, I have seen this thing work. I know it works. I just need a matter of timing, connections, building something, and just like getting it out there.
Okay, so that was like the point where you wavered between the coding and everything. Where,
to be honest, I wavered a lot even during the ALX thing, because like it was just getting too difficult. Like, I don't like difficulty, to be honest.
Okay.
And I think that's even one of the reasons I was flopping in school. Like, I did not bother reading. I didn't know you needed to read in school. So like, I'll just look at the paper, write it. What I can remember, I remember. If I don't remember, I don't remember.
I get.
So like, I didn't like difficult. I didn't embrace it. But now it's like, okay, difficulty is just maybe you're just 1 2 difficulties away from achieving what you need. Maybe you're just like a difficulty away from getting your next big payouts.
Okay.
And so in tech right now, I think I'm at the point where I have discovered the need to network properly. And like, you need to even like have people helping me build like the softwares or anything I need, because I'm not going to say I love coding, but I have this tendency to become a bit of a perfectionist in my code. Like, I have this, like, if my code is not structured in one way, and I don't like, if I don't understand, exactly. So I have to like get the whole, I have to break down everything, like from the idea, structures, everything, get this whole system down, before I actually start coding. And so by that time, it's like I have wasted a lot of time. I feel people would say that, okay, this boy wasting, just like carry the computer and go.
But now I have a question about that. Now, if you keep on doing things don't you feel like it would be a barrier when you're working with people?
When I'm working with people, it has been a barrier before when I'm working with people. But I believe there are like certain standards really things fall from. Okay. That's just like my own personal belief. So don't get me wrong, spaghetti code can get good viewership, it can go far, and it's not always the best code that makes the best application.
Sure.
There's this game very popular, it's called Undertale.
I think I've seen it before. I think I've seen it in a picture where I think, is it a pixelated game?
Yeah, it's a pixel game.
Yeah, now I've seen it somewhere before.
So I like hearing stories of like games or like applications in general that aren't just like the best written codes. On that sale, they said the entire code block was just like in one Python file. The entire code block, the entire code of Undertale was just like one
a game in one file.
In one file, the entire thing, spreadsheets, everything just in that one file. And I was like, in my mind, I would never.
What? It's a game. How is that even possible? That means the code would be like very long.
It was very long. It is very long. So personally, but the person who did it, he got it and he pushed it out. And in the end, that is like what matters more than perfect code to some people.
It works.
Because imagine if he was trying to like structure the code and everything, but Undertale never came out to the public. Lots of like millions of people not have gotten to enjoy that code.
But eventually he would still have to upgrade it.
Yeah, he did. He has a team now and everything. So it's not like, it's that balance of, okay, you know this person codes this way. How do you help them in their code? But it should not stop you from, not to being perfect, should not stop you from trying.
Sure.
And I'm still trying to like remember this lesson because I'm like, okay, this is not perfect. Why should I try? So that's something I feel personally I'm still working on as I develop more projects and stuff.
Okay. All right. So now was that now obviously you didn't learn everything in school, like so is there like a particular tutorial or okay, let me ask a different question. Is there a particular language that was very challenging for you? What was that language?
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Yes, JavaScript.
Why?
Because I didn't get JavaScript. I didn't just the way I work. I'm mostly backend engineer, backend DevOps systems. Okay. JavaScript was used for web, and I don't know colors. Like, so when it comes to things like colors, animations, like getting CSS out, I'm like, and the next time I will have to use JavaScript to now manipulate these items and all that. So the way I learned it was, I did not learn JavaScript as a backend, so I learned it as a front end too. And I don't like front end. Do you get?
I understand now.
Yeah, but if it's like Node, like when I was learning Node for the backend, I was like, okay, but this makes sense.
Be better for you.
Yes, but front end tools. Front end. Everybody in front end, I think you guys are wizards. Like anyone that is good at front end, you are sincerely a wizard. I don't know how you do it. God has given you a talent. Please use it well.
It's more people who have like a thing for visuals. That mostly do front end.
Yeah. I don't have that thing for visuals.
I think one of the language that brought about my breakthrough was Java. Yeah. Because when I started, I was doing like a full stack course. Yeah. Right. So I started with Microsoft. So you learn the Microsoft Office package, then you proceed to another course, which is where you learn about after my Office, I learned about SQL. Okay. So from SQL I moved to Python. From Python I moved to Java. Yeah. Then and so on. Then I learned Android. So they structure their curriculum in a way that the next course matches with what you learned previously.
Yeah, you build upon the knowledge you had before.
You build upon what you've learned before.
That is the best way to learn anything.
Exactly. So we started with SQL. Now the thing is, when I started my course, I wasn't serious. I would not say I'm a serious human being, even from secondary, from primary school. Book is not my thing. If you carry book in front of me like this, I can't. It's even recently I started reading books, and it's not like books. It's like just all this
self-help, motivational,
all this kind of books. So I just read them. I easily get distracted. But when you drop a code in front of me, oh Jesus, I'm telling you, I can sit down on that table for hours and I will not move. My back will pay me, but I know saying like I'm just on it. Like I'm engrossed when I'm coding. Exactly. You know? Because I feel like when you lose that connection you have with that code, it's hard to get it back. Exactly. So even I'm the last born, so you get. So definitely as the last born, you have like some kind of chores that they will tell you, Abba, you need to go and do this. Abba, you need to do. But when I'm coding in that house, you already know that if you tell me, I will just I'll do it. I will not even answer you. So you get. So that's feeling. That's one of the best feeling I have whenever I'm doing anything. So you get. So coding is just one of the best things that happened to me.
The thing that people underestimate how addictive coding can actually be.
Yes.
There's like apart from all of the grind you see on like Twitter and you see on Instagram, all of the people saying, "Oh, coding so hard. I did this, but it's not working. If it's working, why is it working? If it's not working, why is it not working?" And a lot of people just tend to like outsource their coding, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. Outsource it, that's good. But there is a feeling when you know, I wrote this thing and then all your tests are just like green, all your checks are just green, and you're like, this, you just have this release of dopamine. It's hard to explain. I don't know.
There's this particular meme that we see online that a lot of people relate to, and it's this meme where they say it's 3 o'clock and you finally found that bug.
Exactly.
Good. Like, bro, there are a lot of people that when there is just bug in their code, they literally can't sleep.
Of course.
Like, it's very disturbing because there are some people that they can't leave code and come back and remember
everything they've done so far.
You need that flow when you are writing code, so that if there's something wrong, you know where it happened. Because when you've left code for a very long time, to come back to it and something is happening, and you have to start reading through. Me, I'm someone who knows how to understand code. You get. Now when I'm trying to debug or when I'm trying to find something in a code, there's a way I go through it. I start from
the beginning.
Exactly. So I find, let's say it's a button issue. So now I find out where is the button being clicked from.
Okay.
So now this is where they are clicking the button. Now in your JavaScript, if you click the button, what's it calling? It calls this particular function. Now in the function, what's happening in the function? So you have to break it down step by step to know what's going on.
That is lovely for you. There was this tool we used when I was coding in C that does that for you. Because like coding in C was just like was the thing that made me like structuring my code perfectly. So there's a tool for that, just helps to go through all your functions and everything and see okay, find where the bug is. But also I think the thing is debugging. How you can make it debugging is simple. You just always keep up. Like if you have to go and do something, say okay, write a comment, this is where I am and this what's happened before. And so to me that is like what I do, because I don't know how to like go back to everything I've written and now start written again. All
right, so I guess this was a lovely session with you, Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael Lekwachi. Thank you, Mr. Michael, for this session. It was a very lovely and interesting session. So we'll be having more sessions like this on Talks with Shakara, and I hope to see you guys in every of our podcasts. Quick question, Mr. Michael, is there a particular tech school that you would like to advise people to go with?
Well, I did mention that having that community setting really helped me in tech. So I would say if you're looking for a tech school, you could join Algorithmic School of Tech, because they'll give you that community feel and can progress further in your code or in your career.
Thank you very much for that. So as you've heard, Algorithmics would definitely be a good choice for you, and I hope to see you guys in our next session on Talks with Shakara, and bye for now.